Now we're going to read the third part of From Seed to Plant. Third and final part called Super Soil. Again, informational text gives facts about a topic. This is a science text. In this story, you're going to find also a chart. A chart is a drawing that lists information in a clear way. Super soil. Are we going to read about plants here, or are we going to read about what plants need? I guess we'll read to find out. Soil contains many things. When insects, leaves, and twigs die and break down in the soil, they become humus. Tiny bits of broken rock are also found in soil. Soil holds water and air too. The amount of humus, rock, air, and water in soil differs from place to place. If someone promised to give you good soil for growing crops, what kind of soil would you be fortunate enough to get? Soil with lots of humus is best for growing crops. All plants need water. They take water in through the roots that grow underneath the ground. They need just the right amount of water for sprouting new growth. Too little water is harmful to plants and may cause drooping plants. Corn is an important crop in the United States. To grow it, it needs soil with lots of humus. Remember, some soil will not have all the important things it needs to grow plants, so be careful. Deserts are places that get little rain. There is not much humus in desert soil either. Most desert plants have shallow roots. The roots spread out just below the ground to catch rainwater. Cactus plants store water in their stems. A creosote bush has waxy leaves that do not lose water in the hot sun. These plants grow well in dry desert soil. Many cactus plants have beautiful flowers. After the flowers are blossomed, they produce many tiny seeds. Will you find a lot of beautiful plants in the desert? Oh, you'll find beautiful plants, but will you be able to eat any of them? Will they be able to help you? Who knows? Oh, here's a graph. Here's a chart. This chart tells you about types of kinds of soil. There are three kinds of soil. One is the most important that you need to grow plants. The other two can't grow much. Topsoil has a lot of humus, is dark in color, is best for plant growth, and it smells beautifully. It's best for plant growth because it allows the water to seep through slowly. Clay soil is made of tiny clay pieces. It's sticky when wet, is brown, red, or yellow. That one doesn't even allow the water to seep through. It's clay. You try pouring water through a handful of clay. And plants need water inside of the roots. That's how plants gather. Sandy soil has a lot of weathered rock. Feels gritty, is tan or light brown. Water just seeps through that. It doesn't hold any water, so the roots won't gather any water because of that. Now you get to compare and contrast. Remember, when you compare, you think of the similarities. How are they the same? When you contrast, you think of the differences. There wherever you are with mom, dad, or friend, whatever, whoever, even with yourself. Think about this. Look at all the text features and graphic features in From Seed to Plant and Super Soil. Look back at it if you have to. Stop right now and go back and look at it. That's why it's beautiful to have these videos online. List the features in each selection and talk about how they are the same and different. How are they the same? How are they different? How can you compare both stories? How can you contrast them? You can compare both stories From Seed to Plant and Super Soil because it's all about how plants grow and what they need. Now, when you contrast them, the difference is that From Seed to Plant, it tells you everything about what plants need to grow. In Super Soil, it doesn't tell you about everything that plants need. It mainly tells you about the different types of soil that are out there, one being the healthiest. And the one that's the healthiest is the topsoil. That concludes this section of it. After this, you can write a story about planting plants, what they need, the plant life cycle, everything you need for a plant to grow. This is an informative text where you will write about plants, or you can write about some type of an animal that you prefer. That'll look like this. This is the best way to write, in paragraphs. Rosa Marquez wrote about giraffes. This is her final draft. She wrote a revised initial draft here. Then she revised it. Her original draft was all about giraffes are wild animals. They live in dry, grassy parts of Africa. The giraffe is the tallest mammal on Earth. They grow to about 18 feet tall. They have long necks and spots all over their bodies. Giraffes eat the leaves of acacia trees. Then she added some details. Instead of saying the giraffe is the tallest mammal on Earth, she added giraffes are the world's tallest animal. Here, she added a detail. 2 small horns grow on top of their heads. It's about extra details about giraffes. Then she added some more details on the last paragraph. Acacia trees are trees whose leaves hold a lot of water. But she needs one more paragraph on this. She just gave a bunch of details. I wonder if she'll do it on the next paragraph. This next paragraph, she said giraffes are wild animals. They live in dry, grassy parts of Africa. Good. It tells you, it introduces the topic. Giraffes are wild animals. No details. I like that. Giraffes are the world's largest, tallest animal. They grow to about 18 feet tall. They have long necks and spots all over their bodies. 2 small horns grow on top of their heads. That's perfect. That's about 3 nice, strong details. That's why it's called. Next, introduction, details, and conclusion. Let's see if she wrote a good conclusion to this. I will be her judge. Giraffes eat the leaves of acacia trees. Acacia trees are trees whose leaves hold a lot of water. The water from these leaves helps giraffes go for a long time without drinking. You can visit giraffes in person at most zoos. I don't like that concluding sentence. It has too many details. She could have written one more sentence to close it and say how giraffes are one of the most interesting animals in the world. And maybe a question with that. I wonder where else I can see giraffes. And that's that for this. I hope you enjoyed it. Remember to write your own story.